Hello, my name is Olесь and this is a new episode of Sound Design Lab. And today I'm going to try to recreate the Universal Audio 1176 compressor using Reaper stock plugins. It's gonna be fun and fast. Let's do it. So this is the drum sample I'm going to work with. This sample is normalized to -12 dB true peak. These are my 1176 settings. The fastest attack 20 microseconds, fastest release 50 milliseconds, gain ratio 4:1, and the gain reduction 3 dB on the snare. That means I select this part, set the input, so the gain reduction is 3 dB, then I set the output to -12 dB true peak, the same level it was before the processing, so we can hear the difference with the same true peak level and learn what exactly the 1176 does. Then I do the same thing with the built-in rear comp. Same sample, normalized to -12 dB, attack 002, which is 20 microseconds, release 50 milliseconds, ratio 4:1, gain reduction -3 dB as well, and I set the output to reach the same -12 dB true peak after the processing. Now we will do a blind test and you try to guess which one is the 1176 and which one is the rear comp. Okay, the first one is 1176 and the second one is the rear comp. As you can hear, they sound different, and at the same true peak level, 1176 sounds much louder and kind of richer. But is it possible to get that sound with the built-in plugins? Let's find out. First of all, in this case, the 1176 is a black box, and we have to analyze what happens inside this compressor except, compression. So if you are as big fan of Sound Gym as I am, you might hear that the 1176 is pumping this drum sample with some harmonics. Or if you are as big fan of science as I am, you can put it this way. We have the facts, same true peak level, sounds louder. And that leads us to the obvious conclusion that there might be a limiter or wave shaper under the hood of the 1176. And to my ears, I don't hear a limiter. I hear saturation, and I also get the feeling that the 1176 somehow changes the attack and sustain. And I'm gonna try to recreate that. Well, I'm done, and now we are going to have another blind test, and I want you to write in the comments which one is the Universal Audio 1176. I'm sure it will be much more interesting now. Yeah, this time it's not that simple. But anyway, the first one was the 1176 again, and the second one is a bunch of stock plugins that I used to copy the sound of the 1176 with my ears. And here they are, the same compressor with the same settings, rear EQ with these settings, the transient controller to imitate the attack and release type, the wave shaper, and this was a random peak that surprisingly worked. I mean, like I said, I hear the saturation and I tried a couple of wave shapers and I don't know why exactly this one worked. Magic. Also, this is what I get when I invert the phase. Yeah, there is some difference, but this difference is minus 30 dB, so I may ignore it. Okay, this is how you can use your built-in plugins to sound pretty close to the 1176. But should you buy the 1176 in this case? Well, it depends, but I think yes. First, it sounds great and you can use it with the unison preamps. Second, it has much more settings and you will have to spend a lot of time to recreate all of them, which might be fun as a, sound design lab experiment, but in real production, it would be a stupid thing to do because your clients are not going to wait you doing all that stuff instead of turning a few knobs and getting the sound they want. And the last but not least, this looks a lot better than that. At the same time, you can save this preset and use it instead of the 1176 when you need to save DSP for something else. Anyway, the bottom line is that it's possible to recreate the Universal Audio 1176 compressor with the built-in Reaper plugins. It's good to know. But what about this Neve compressor?